Here it comes. Now don't drop it. So these guys here, really? Really? Fucking hell, fire. These guys here are replacing a window. A window on the first floor. And they've got a big crane which is holding suckers onto the window. And they've got a, whatever that's called, an elevating lift or something. And this is a big building. It's a good job that's only at the first floor rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Replacing one on the 12th floor might be a bit scary for the guy going up in the tray. But they're getting ready for it. I don't know how soon they're going to do it. But I came past here an hour ago and they had all of the stuff there. And I think they're just making sure they've got absolutely everything ready. And they've cornered off the whole of this road in order to do this. These guys are doing man's work, real work, which probably involves a lot of standing around and sitting around and waiting for something, which might be the wind, I don't know, because there is a bit of a swirl here. And the guys inside are standing around and chatting and having a good time. That's what it's called, it's a platform. And these guys are ready and waiting. All the suckers are on there. I sincerely hope that weight up at the second floor window doesn't get blown into it and smash it. But they've got the crane right next to the window. It's about a foot away from the window. It's very precision stuff. Requires a lot of expertise and gear. Expertise and gear. Jesus. There is a wind that flies through here. I'm stood in the doorway at the moment. And it might be that wind. It might be that wind that's actually preventing them from doing it. I don't know. I don't know whether it's the wind that's preventing them from getting on with it. May well be. Is it the wind that's preventing you from getting on with it? Yeah. I was thinking that might be a good idea. Not that I'm any kind of expert, of course. Yeah, so it might not happen today. Who knows? Who knows? I'll come back later. So I stopped recording, thinking, right, that's it, I'm done. And I had a chat. That guy had said, yeah, it's too windy. And I said to him, it's a good job it's on the first floor and there's nothing on the 12th floor. And he goes, well, actually, there's two of them on the 14th floor up in that corner. I didn't realise there was 14 floors. I thought it was 12, but there's two on the 14th floor up in that corner. There's a couple on the 10th floor. And there's this. And they've checked a number of random ones. It's to do with water getting in. I've no idea whether it's every one of these that's going to have to come out and be replaced, or whether they have tested all of them and they're just going, right, that's one of them, that's a problem. I haven't got a clue. But they've also said because it's so windy, they can't do anything at the moment. And if this wind doesn't die down and they don't get it done today, it will be in the new year. So there's a load of guys around here that have done a load of work that if it doesn't get done, they just grab all of their stuff and go back home, and they've got paid for standing around just getting ready and planning, and come back in the new year, which is fascinating, really, because he said they've had to cut them out, and you might be able to see. Let's see if I can zoom in here. You might be able to see at the bottom of that window that there's a load of the rubber that's sort of pulling away, and that'll be part of where they've cut it out. So I don't know whether they've got to put it back in, I guess. Put that rubber back in.
2 hours later.
Wow, it looks like I might have just got here in time. There are guys on the platform, and there seems to be things happening. The wind has died down. And they're doing men's shit. All right, guys. Yeah. It's good to see some real men doing men's shit. How long before you take it out? Take it out. How long before you take it out? About an hour. As long as the wind doesn't start up again. Gotta wait for it to calm down. Yeah. Exactly. I was here earlier on and it was twice as bad as this. These things were going all over the place, making a right racket. They didn't know whether you'd be able to do it today. Wind alarms, yeah?
Just going to wait, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
What's it called?
So we got these three guys standing around. Got these two guys on the platform doing men's shit. Doesn't seem like there's anyone in the crane. That crane's just been put up ages ago. Can't see anybody on the inside right now. But they are cutting it out. He's really cutting it out there. And they say it might take an hour. Looks like there's somebody inside. So what I'll do is I'll not bother just carrying on recording until something is about to happen. Here's a side view of what they're doing. And he's drilling in, because the guy previously had told me that it was all, they were all completely welded in. But the wind isn't too bad for them right at the moment, which allows them to get on with it. Don't know how bad the wind is on my microphone. Oh, undoing the screws up at the top. That might be allowing the whole thing to come out. Oh, here we go, here we go. I've been told to hold the horses a second. Hold up, hold up. Here it comes. Don't drop it. Steady, steady. The wind is still strong, not as strong as it was earlier on. We're getting the platform away from it so it doesn't smash against it. Success on a plate, a glass plate. That's moving slowly, slowly, slowly past the edge of the building. Not gonna hit it, he's a foot away or more. And that's one of them doing that remotely because there's nobody actually in the crane. Might be the guy with the remote there who was talking to me earlier on. They're gonna flop it down right near me. On those two bits of wood. I'm guessing they've got to put this new plate in next. And he's one of the guys that was in the platform. He's now feeling very happy with himself, and rightly so. Given how long it's taken them to take one out and put one down, I wonder how long it took to build this bloody building. Look, they've got them all through. I wonder if they did it from the inside, carried the stuff upstairs in some way. Professional job. Very professional job. Superb. And he's there, remote controlling everything with the crane. And this looks like the other piece that's going in. So it's getting a bit colder. I've put my hood up. I got my snood around my neck. I got my gloves on. Plugged in the action cam. And they're getting the new one ready. This guy's looking at the old window. They've no idea what it is or what it was that was letting water in. But I was speaking to the guy with the remote control. He was telling me that they do loads and loads of stuff. Particularly Harrods. He puts loads of stuff up on Harrods frontage every year for Christmas. They do lots of telecom stuff. They do lots of events. And here they've got a window to slot back in. And he was saying that the wind is coming straight down here. And also straight down Chancery Lane, which is this road. And they're quite lucky because the window that they're dealing with is right on the edge of the two, and so it's within a bit of a free space in terms of wind. Well, it's not particularly free, it's a lot less. It's a lot less of a problem. So yeah, they're doing some really good professional manly shit. Let me get out of the wind again. So right on the edge there, you got the wind coming down, the wind coming that way, and it's a little bit better for them right on the edge there, because they're not getting caught by it too much. And the guy's having to take the mastic out. And he was saying that this building was built so long ago that they've no idea how the people actually put in the windows in the first place. They just don't know. Don't know whether it was from the inside, then lock it all up from the inside and then come to the outside and put a load of mastic on. I don't know. Or whether they actually did all of this for each individual window. But that wind is coming up again, and they're going to have to get that new window on there. And what they'll do is they'll clamp it on down there, lift it up so it's vertical, pull it across very close to the floor, apparently. Very close to the floor, so that it's in that little space between the wind before they take it up with the guys on the platform holding it, as well as all of the stuff, all of the extra stuff from the crane and the suckers and everything. He was talking about how bad it could go if they didn't have the weight right. So if they didn't have the weight right, then one of the possibilities is as they take it out, it just flies upwards. It can cause them a bit of a problem. That wind and the rain has been a bit of a pain here, and I'm going to have to go back to my old position. Watch the guys from down here. There's all these guys here. They're having a bit of a laugh, but they're also doing their work. And then there's the guy inside the Denton Howell Farm Road van who brought the glass, and he's just sat there on his phone going, I'm alright, I'm getting paid, I just need to sit here. A big strong crane is that. It's probably known as a small one though. It's been completely lifted up to get the wheels off, completely solid. They got the platform there, They're only about a foot off the side of the building there. He was telling me they can only do one at a time, because if they've got a window open on the other side of the building and then they have another one open, then they can't. The wind coming through all the way through prevents you from putting the windows on, so you can't actually do it. So you can only do one at a time, but they can usually do it quite quickly. Today's just taking time because of the wind. I'll be back. So that's the generator off going. This guy's ripping out all the mastic. I'm guessing they'll have to put a load of new mastic in.
上海铁不是有名的那个叫什么路啊？
But he's stripping it all out. I could do that. Easy. Not up there though. Keep hold on that side beam, matey. Keep hold. Come on, fingers. Gotta get all the shit out of it. So that the new one actually fits in there. The interesting bit is what they're going to use to actually fit it all back together. The guy inside he's got himself attached to that big pillar that's inside. Good bit of health and safety is that. I like that. I didn't know that he had that there. I thought he was just hanging onto the beam while he was doing stuff. But I should have known. It would be. It would be scary going all the way up. Doing one on the top floor. Be a bit of a pain. They've still not got the new window out of its casing. They're having to prepare everything here first. Everybody next door is just beavering away at their desks. Beaver, beaver, beaver. Nobody's watching. No one's interested. It's like a call centre. No idea what it is. Buy, 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 sell, 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 buy, buy. Goodbye. Looks like he might have done the top. Just having a chat with his mate. Might be a few more bits to clean up before they're ready to put in the new one, which they seem to be taking out of its casing now. He's just cleaning up the sides now. They're having a Christmas party, and after we've decided to piss off the other way. Still cleaning. Oh, they're removing the new plate. Somebody had to manufacture that. Probably unique, given the curve on it. Still need to remove this old one from being suckered. And get it put up there. The guy who controls the crane is having a bit of a break. Is not needed for the moment. They were taking the piss out of his one of his wing mirrors, but it's got not mastic, it's got gaffer tape on it. Either he's gone into something or something's gone into it. They'll eventually get this out, I'm sure, without a problem. They got a bit more messing about to do here now.
That's the new one.
Hi.
That's the new one.
Did it have to be? Is it a unique one that had to be built especially for this one? Yeah. Because it's curved, whereas all these are straight, but all these around there. Yeah. Did you do one up there? Did you? Because somebody told me earlier on that there were two down at the other side on the 14th floor that had to be done.
Yeah, there is, yeah. It starts needs absealers at the house grade.
Yeah?
But
you don't do that then?
Oh, we do. We need a massive machine there.
Right then, they've reduced the pressure. The pressure has been reduced electronically. Now they're going to attach to this one. Thought they were going to take the old one and put it over here and then take the new one out and put it over there, but clearly not. And the wind has died down, which is really nice. Steady, steady, don't fall. I'm wondering why he's bringing it down to the bottom. I thought they might clamp it to the middle. Ah, that's why they did it. To get it aligned, first of all. Push, guys, push. Pressure. Vacuum. Let's hope it's on, eh? Else this could get interesting. Taking out the last few screws on that side to remove the wooden bits that are holding it in. It's pretty much exactly the same as what they've done with taking the old one out. Get rid of all of the bits that are holding it in place and then lever it out. Your man's getting out of his truck to have a look at it instead of just sitting there. So I think they might soon be ready. I'm getting out of that way of that. I don't want it to fling over. Here it goes. Here she goes. Nice and easy. The crane is pulling it over. And I'm guessing to take away the old one, they'll just put it into the casing. Trying his best to get rid of this clip that's on there. Don't want to come off. He's got it. I have no idea why it came with the clip that they've got to cut off. How long? Has he got to do the same on the other side? Looks like it. He's having a look and making sure it's got rid of all of the crap. He was safely connected through to his line. Success. It's just like he's doing a bathroom. Don't let his missus see this. She'll be wanting her stuff done this weekend. going to do the same all over again at the bottom end. Get his circular saw out. Somebody had given him the wrong measurements or something. But I need to cut it down to size. Getting his bathroom silicone out again. To do the bottom, then they'll be ready. And that crane is, well, it's not that close, it's a few meters off, but well, it takes a little mistake, doesn't it? He needs a new one, a new canister. And the hole is waiting. I wonder if once they've got this done here, they're just going to put it straight up. I'm just going to go, that's it, it's on the crane, let's just do it all in one. Seeing as it's starting to get dark, the sun is going down. We're getting everything ready in the platform. You're going the right way. It's coming over here. Getting his gear on. Switch it to vertical. Snapped in. Two of them are in the platform. I was expecting them to stay quite low actually, so that they could grab a hold of the thing. Maybe they're just lining themselves up properly. They might come back down again once they're at the exact right place for the platform. Or I could just be talking a right load of bollocks because I don't know what I'm on about. The platform's staying up there. Crane's moving backwards, keeping it well away from the building. Well away. Now I expect them to put it into place first before taking it upwards. And I could be completely wrong. One inside, two on the platform waiting. We've got to get the crane in place properly. Not sure why they're waiting. It's not windy. Would be the perfect time to get it going. A few drops of rain. Platform's coming down. Which is what I was expecting. Maybe I'll switch to TikTok mode.
Laugh like you were expecting that.
bit of silicone on the inside by the looks of it. Like they lost one of the suckers then. We don't really want to do that. We need to get the crane over closer to the building. It's got to get to within about a foot of the building as that crane, where it was before. The platform guy's got hold of it, but the crane needs to go forwards. Crane is now moving over. The crane needs to get about a couple of meters closer to the actual building edge. like a bull's penis. The end of the crane needs to go forward. Oh, it's going, it's going, it's going. How close is it going to get? Well, it was very close earlier. It was only about a foot off the edge of the building. There's another metre or so to go yet. About it, it's all done real slow. There they go, they've got hold of it on the inside. Got hold of it with a sucker. It's nearly in line, nearly in line. Now the crane is going close to the building. Needs another metre yet. Nice and slow. It's waving a bit up at the top. Wind is just coming up. It's got 6 or 12 inches to go. Guys in the platform have let go. It's been held in place by one guy on the inside by the crane. Which bit did they put in first? The front, the bottom or the top? It's all very slow. Get it exactly right. This is how slow I should try and do my DIY. This is why my DIY is so crap. Oh, bottom's going in first. And pulled in. Oh my word. He's using his feet to push it in at the middle. And the crane is only about a foot off the side of the building. Well, it's somewhere between a foot and a 3 foot, a metre off. Hold. Need Mel Gibson here for that. Hold. And that's really cool. Manly man's work in Manchester, done by men. So it's been put in place. Is it going to stay in place? And when do they take off the big bit of metal that's suckered to it? When do they feel confident with that? And the reason it's being replaced is because water was getting in through it. So I'm guessing they've got to do a lot of work to just make sure that it's fully waterproof once it's in. Say that again. Just coffees, is it? There's a Wetherspoons round the corner. It's free refills all day. Huh?
Where?
Look, Wetherspoons just round the corner.
What is the top up is?
£1.56. As long as you're still in there, they just give you a cup and you go and fill it up yourself, and then you get as many refills of it you like. Then you spend most of the rest of the day going to the toilet.
What about the beer? Is that the same?
The beer's not the same, but it's still cheaper. It's still cheaper than anywhere else, though. It's good stuff as well. That's a good job, well done that. Yeah?
When that sucker's on the floor, I'm happy.
Yeah. Say that again? Yeah, it was really blustery, wasn't it? It's just because I find this fascinating.
Oh, right.
I was like, it's a real set of expertise stuff going in and getting all of this done safely, properly, everything, every aspect of it. It's just total professionalism.
Well, the first problem is getting the glass the right size and radius.
That's what I was saying. I mean, probably had to be made absolutely uniquely.
Every radius is different on this building. These three,
I could see that.
they're not. They might look round, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
So these had to be made to measure in France.
France, was it?
In France.
Yeah.
Can't get it here because the colour of the glass, the tint of the glass, has got to also more or less match that.
Yep.
So it's not just let's get some curved glass. It's got to be the specification of the glass has got to comply with that.
It's got to be exact, hasn't it?
And then the radius and the curve, and there aren't many companies make curved glass.
Right.
That's another issue. So then it's who can make curved glass and who can actually make curved glass that big. You know, if you wanted a bit for your kitchen, you might find somebody.
And it was a place in France that you found, yeah?
No, well, we know, we work. They were in a,
Your suppliers, yeah?
Yeah. So they're probably one of the number one in France, and probably, well, they are, and within Europe they're well known, and obviously then get them to make it to the right radius because it's precision. There's no margin for error.
Which is the reason why the piece of glass had to come out in the first place.
No, it was coming out because
water was getting through.
Reached the end of its serviceable life. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So how long is that serviceable life? Is it 20 years?
20. Yeah. 20 years you should get, and then you start seeing fog. You know, you can get it domestically. You can get fogging and condensation on glass.
Right. Okay.
Once it gets into the cavity, effectively. So. And then each skin of glass, because it's double glazed, they've both got to be made to the radius, and they're both different because one's internal, one's external.
Yeah.
So when you join them together, it's got to come together as a complete double glazed unit. So the radius and the chords of that glass has to be absolutely spot on. And then you've got to get it here in one piece. That's why each one has been designed in a crate individual for each glass.
Right. So it's not okay. Can you put the old glass into that crate because it's exactly the same?
Yes, it is going into that crate.
That's what I was thinking it would be.
It is going into that crate. The manufacturer in France made those crates specifically for this job, so we've got each bit of glass in each crate. They would normally send you half a dozen in a crate, you know, and then over here you'll have the problem of opening the crate, manoeuvring the glass, because the glass actually has the glazing system has aluminium bonded rails on it that secure it to the facade. They have to be bonded off-site in a factory, and obviously if you just get all your glass shipped over here, you'll be opening the crates, manoeuvring all your glass, bonding your rails on, and then repacking your glass in a crate to get it back to here, and there's too many risks of damage and chips along the way.
And it looked like when they were taking the new one out of that crate, they had to cut some of the ends off to a very specific bit. It was one of your guys up there that did it.
That's specific. That's specific because the rails are bonded on in a factory, but until you get the old one out, you don't know
exactly the size of it.
How much you have to take off to get it back in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So then, basically, that crate, design of that crate, because it's designed and it can be screwed open and closed from both sides. So you can open one side, bond your rails on, close it again, so you haven't actually had to touch the manoeuvre the glass.
Right.
The glass stays in the crate at all times, so we have no risk of damage, no risk of, and then that then cures, because it's got to cure for at least 3 days, and then.
And it cured while it was in movement?
No, in the factory. You can't move it. It moves. No, this is done in the UK, having shipped it from France.
Having shipped it, they then put the stuff on.
The aluminium's bonded.
While it's still inside the crate.
Yeah, you can
then they leave it for 3 days.
Then you've closed it back up, and then you bring it here. You've then got to open the opposite side of the crate to get the vacuum lifter on the curve.
Right.
So if you've got a crate that's only openable one side, you're stuffed again. So the crates have been designed that you can actually open and close them with screws, because
From either
most people
side.
would love to do crates with a bloody, nail gun.
Yeah.
So then you'll be sat with a crowbar, opening them all up, ripping them to bits, but they're good for nothing afterwards. Whereas this has been designed so
Reuse.
yeah, I
For
mean,
however many times you can do it.
Well, yeah, but then the crates are made for that radius glass. So,
True.
But,
Yeah, you did say that.
they'll have done their job. They've got the glass from France to Manchester, and then from Manchester to here, and they've got the old glass away, because the old glass is going to go in the crate, so it's available for testing and analysis. If anybody wants to test it for lifespan, and it can go to a laboratory now and be tested, so people can see.
And after that, it can be recycled.
Recycled, then it'll be recycled. It'll go against recycled.
Back in France, probably.
No, over here.
Over
it's
here?
not going back to France. No.
No.
It'll get recycled over here. So it's a bit of a logistical. And on top of that,
It's all good. It's all professional. It's all
once you get here,
bang, bang, bang. You know exactly what you're doing.
once you get
How you do
here,
it.
you then got the weather.
Yes. And this morning it was a bit windy.
It was a bit. But no one's going to take a chance doing something.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
That's why we planned the week, because we know, we're looking at a week ahead. So we already knew several days ago what we were in for. So we made sure we did the upper levels earlier in the week, where the weather was a little bit better. And as we're working our way down, we know we're going to end up on level 1, where the day the weather's going to be the worst.
So how many have you done this week then?
We've been at it since last Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3. We've done 5 actually, over 5 in 6 days.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So it does take about 1 a day to do.
God, yeah. Don't plan more than that.
Yeah.
Don't plan more than that. Some people, it depends. They're not, if you were doing something at ground level, you might be able to do more than 1 a day. And if you were doing, certain glazing systems, are just click in and click out almost.
Yeah.
Manhandleable. You don't need cranes. You don't need machines.
This is a bit different to that, isn't it?
This is different. You're working around occupied buildings. Obviously, these are empty floors, so there's no tenants in there.
Right, okay. Is the whole building empty?
No, because we've got work to do on that corner in the new year. So that'll be fun, because we start getting into tenanted floors. But we'll only be working weekends. We're not going to be doing that, No.
Right.
You can't rush it. It is what it is,
Well, I was really impressed. I was saying to myself, the way that they manoeuvred that glass in, and he was doing it really, really, really slow. And I was saying,
they're all in radio contact at all times.
I was saying to myself, I was like, I wish I would do my DIY that slow. That's why my DIY is crap, you see.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, but it's a world. It's a different world. We've got to be, even now, we've got to be careful that block on the crane. You take the vacuum off the glass, because the guy inside is securing it now with the screws. They screw the aluminium that we've bonded to the glass in the factory is now attached with tiny little stainless steel grub screws to the building, so it's totally secure.
Okay.
That's what he's doing on the inside. He's harnessed on, and he's harnessed onto that column, so nothing can happen to him.
I saw that earlier on, yeah.
So and now the vacuum's gone, so it can be released only when those screws are in. So until he's in radio and tells the lads on the outside it's secure, we can get the vacuum off. We're going to make sure the block
doesn't smash in.
And then also the other thing is sometimes the weight could send the jib. But we've got this we know this guy really well here with this crane.
I was chatting to him earlier on,
Yeah, because you could have somebody there and they suddenly, release the weight, and the actual tip of the crane could drop down towards the building, and you fix the glass here and you smash one up on the floor.
Right.
So anyway, that's that done now.
That's that done.
That's that done. That goes away.
He said he'd be happy when that's back on the floor. That's when he's going to be happy, he says.
Yeah.
And the guys will come down now from the platform.
Well, they've got to now do some silicon work to see to get it weatherproof, make sure it doesn't leak. And they've got to do a bit more work.
But it's safely in now. That's
Secure
it.
now.
It's safe and secure.
We could walk away and leave that now, and it's not going anywhere.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do, because I'm getting cold.
Yeah,
I've been stood here for a couple of hours watching this, fascinated. It's like, yeah, really brilliant stuff. Right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Is that for personal use, or is it going to end up somewhere?
It'll end up on YouTube, but
It will end up on YouTube.
I've got so few viewers. There'll only be about 3 people see it. I'm not sure who.
You've got to be careful with that, because you get some clever dick making a comment about health and safety or something. But I think
I was really impressed. I mean, seeing the people indoors with that, they're all harnessed up.
I don't think as much, because I took my own video, because I thought if anybody else, because we've got plenty of people, we've got 50 health and safety officers looking out the window over there. So, you know.
Is that HSE business?
No, it's not. But this is where everybody thinks they're a health and safety officer. They're all, you know, people telling somebody who's critical, and we wouldn't do it. If there's something not safe, we won't be doing it.
I was well impressed. Manly men doing manly stuff in Manchester.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely brilliant.
These guys, you know, again, people you work with, the same guys all the time. They know their job. You're not picking up the phone saying, "I just need 6 bodies for tomorrow, please," from an agency. That's what you're up against in this world. You know, they'll get six guys. They wonder what they're doing. They'll be, you know, it's difficult, because you sometimes don't get jobs that you probably should get in work, and you lose the job, and you know why you've lost the work. You know, and you think, well, yeah, we could have used the wrong guys, we could have used the wrong glass, we could have worked unsafely. So if you want the price cheaper, we could all do that, but we're not prepared, obviously not prepared to do that. But some clients, some companies almost encourage that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you wonder why there's incidents, there's accidents, there's big problems on buildings with defects and God knows what. You know, so
it's that triangle: quality, speed and price. You can have 2 of them. But what are you losing?
Well, no, you know, you've got to have the right product. You've got to have it done safely. Of course, everybody, and if, you know, if they pay a fair price, they'll get that. But obviously, sometimes they don't want to pay a fair price. They've been hoodwinked as well by people telling them the wrong thing. No, it's the right glass. Well, you know, if that, you know, getting that shipped from France costs a lot of money. The crates cost a lot of money. You know, €900 a crate that they are. You know, but you know, and because there's so many crates, we ended up having it on 2 trucks. So someone else could have got it here on 1 vehicle. So there's 2 vehicles, 2 26-ton juggernauts, at £5,000 or £4,000 a go. You know, you're doubling up, but you're doubling up because you want it done safe. You don't want the glass turning up with a crack in it or a chip in it, because you could, you know, people put it on with chips, you know, because it goes on and nobody knows, and then 6 to 8 months later, client's thinking my glass has just cracked. Well, they don't know that it went in with a chip in the first place, and it's only, you know, you'd never know that. But that's all been checked. There's not a blemish on that. But if you're banging it around and triple handling it, you know, you're risking damage. And then of course, if it does break, there's always the question of, if it breaks, what happens next? Where does it end up? You know, so you don't want to be putting in damaged product, but you know that people do that.
Right.
You take broken glass out, and when you take it out, everyone's going, "Oh, why did that break?" And then you find that it had damage that was concealed, could only have gone in originally, because it's concealed damage. There's no way that got damaged in the lifetime of the building. That was put in like that because the actual damage on the edge is now protected by plates.
Would that have been invisible to the people putting it in the first place, though? No, they would have known.
They probably had known. They probably thought, look, guys, we've just got to get it in. It's a chip. You know, and that chip may have sat there for 5 years, 2 years, never a problem, never an issue.
Yeah.
Or now, you know, several years later, between temperature, you know, and various other reasons, that chip could have turned into a crack, and everybody's then wondering why the glass is cracked.
Yeah. All right.
But these, you sometimes get asked to take things out and people want to inspect, and then they take it out and you can physically see then, that's...
And you are NMT, are you?
No, we're not.
No?
No, NMT are the crane company.
They're the crane company.
They're the crane company. Clearview are the traffic management company. But this is us.
Who is that?
Euroclad. Project
Euroclad.
Services. Yeah, it's my company.
Brilliant.
So but we organise all this. So all these guys are working for us. Yeah, and we're working for the building. We're working for the building owners.
Yep.
But yeah, these are all, we have to employ and organise all this, the road closures of the council, traffic management, all this has to be drawn up and planned, where we're going to be working, where we're going to cut the traffic off. These guys have had to do drawings to divert the traffic, because, you can't just, you've got to send them somewhere safely as well. So all of that, there's a lot to this,
Yeah, well, I've been exceptionally impressed. I've really enjoyed this,
crane,
to tell you the truth.
We use these crane people a lot now because...
Summit.
No, Summit's the
Platform.
the platform. No, NMT cranes,
Yeah.
Because this particular crane that's called a Bocker, it's very lightweight. It gets you into, tight areas.
Yep.
The guy can control it on the ground, so he's not in a cabin.
Yep.
He's on the ground.
Able to actually watch exactly where it is.
He could go inside if he wanted to be stood up there. Some might choose to do that, or he stands down here. It gives you a lot of flexibility, and it's still got the reach.
Yeah.
It's still got the, sometimes you think, it's not going to, certain cranes can't reach. It's got the capacity, so it's a very good, useful kit. To be honest.
I'll let you answer your phone.
I will, yeah.
Right, nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
So that was Euroclad, and that was the boss of Euroclad, putting in a big, massive, curved pane of glass.